Well, I guess this video it doesn't make me look good as a YouTuber talking about credit cards, but hey, I just try to keep it real. Hi guys and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about credit cards, points, finances and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. One of my favorite things doing in this channel is to put the numbers down and make sure that you get the best return on spend based on not only the numbers but the experience. And I always try to give different scenarios of what credit card works from whom. Now that being said, yeah, I did a boo-boo and I messed up. The one thing I've been telling you to do all this time is to maximize your sign-up bonuses. The best way to get a lot of points is through your sign-up bonuses. An average household can do all their spending in the best categories in a set of credit cards, and they will get basically a sign-up bonus worth of points. So the more sign-up bonuses you can get, the better. For that, I always advise you, if you have a significant other, to share this and do alternating years. One year you apply, and the next year your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, then they can apply. And this way you get alternating sign-up bonuses, and you keep getting sign-up bonuses basically forever, except of course for American Express, which is one-time sign-up bonuses per lifetime. So you better make it count. But for everybody else, you can keep doing this practically over and over. Now, it does hurt your credit score when you keep doing it, but not by much. Unless you're planning to buy a house or something really important, I think this is insignificant comparing with the benefits. And this is what I did. I applied for a Chase Sapphire Preferred for my wife. And you know that I love Chase, but I messed up. So without any further ado, let's jump to the presentation and come back to wrap it up. For this presentation, I decided to keep the slides from the previous Chase credit cards that we did. So that's why you see the Sapphire Reserve, the Preferred, the Freedom Flex, and the Freedom Unlimited. On the Freedom cards, nothing has changed. We're not gonna talk about these, but still it's good to have because this is where I'm going with my wife. I'm gonna get her a whole trifecta as I would do it for myself. But the problem is that the sign-up bonus on the Reserve changed. It came up 10,000 points for the same amount of spending, while the Sapphire Preferred dropped 20,000 points to 60,000 points for the same amount of spending, 4,000 in 3 months. And the big problem is that, yes, the annual fee is much lower on the Sapphire Preferred, but as we see with the numbers are better on the Reserve. So let's see why. On the Reserve, we're looking at credits of basically $400 for the first year, $300 travel, and $100 on TSA pre-global entry. Now, my wife could get this through the Amex Platinum that she has through me as an authorized user. But still, $300 she would get easily. Lounge access, we have the Priority Pass. The Priority Pass here is different than the one in the Platinum because this one does have the restaurants like the P.F. Chang's, so it gives you more opportunity to spend it better. The multipliers are excellent. We're looking at 5x on flights through the Chase portal, 10x on hotels, car rentals, restaurants through the Chase portal, 3x on all restaurants, travel, 1x on everything else, 50% boost on the Chase portal, and pay yourself. This is one of my favorite ways to get Apple products. Every now and then they come up and say, get this boost for Apple products. That's how I bought my iPhone. I bought my wife an iPhone, and that's how I'm planning to buy in the future. Let me refresh your mind a little bit here on the maximum values. The light green is the dollar value you can get through the sign-up bonus. The white numbers are the ones that you get through credit, and the light blue are the dollar amount you can get through all the spending you're doing to hit that sign-up bonus. And then the maximum is the dark green. But after we spend the annual fee, after we pay the annual fee, we're left with $950, and the return on spend is 21%. But when we're looking on the Preferred, we're looking at the credits, the $50 credit for hotels is not applicable until next year, so we really cannot use that. The multipliers have 5x on travel, 2x on all other travel, 3x on restaurants, groceries, select streaming, 1x on everything else, 25% the boost on Chase Portal, and 10% back per year. Now, this 10% applies to the dollar amount and not the points amount. So it's not like you're getting spending 10,000, you're getting 30,000 points. So you're not gonna get 10% on the 30,000. You're gonna get 10% on that 10,000. So it's not as much as it sounds. So that will give you the return on spend of 20%. The freedom cards, we said we're not gonna bother. Just the return on spend is 45% on both. They are no-brainers, and this is why I wanted to show you. This is where I'm going with this trifecta ultimately. Now, on the second year and every year after, as we typically say, we have our budget of $12,000 equally spread between travel, restaurants, gas, and groceries. And we see that when the sign-up bonus gets out of the way, the return on spend shines based on the multipliers and all that extra boost. And even though the annual fee on the reserve is almost 6 times more than the preferred, we see that it has a return on spend of 4.4% instead of the 3.5% on the preferred. And then looking at them next to each other, we're looking that the better credit card is the reserve for the first year and for the second year. Now, guys, keep in mind that I'm not even adding any value for the lounge access with the reserve. So potentially that 4.4 could be 5, could be 6, depending how many times you travel and how you use it. So I'm not even adding that. So potentially this is a much greater credit card and a much greater mistake that I did. Now, is it the end of the world? Absolutely not. The preferred is still an excellent credit card with amazing everyday spending multipliers. But at the same time, we see what 0.5% instead of 0.25% booster can give you. So yeah, I kind of messed up. It's not the end of the world. I just wish I was doing this differently. My wife does have the platinum through me. She's an authorized user, but at the same time, the lounge access that this priority pass has is different because it includes the restaurants. It would enrich our experience, and that's not gonna happen at least for another year. But that's all for today. Let me know what you guys think, if you have the prefer or the reserve, what's your experience with it, and if you're planning to update to a reserve at some point, if you think it's worth it, or if you have any other credit cards that you think are better. But I think that for everyone, if you don't want to leave money on the table, you need to start with Chase, which is why I'm starting my wife with Chase, and I want her to get all the trifecta and hopefully a couple of hotel credit cards like the new IHG, which is incredible. It was incredible already. We did a video before, go back to look it up. I'm not gonna have another video about IHG at this point. I have the increased sign-up bonus. I don't have the extra night that they added on that sign-up bonus. Already was coming up first. It will be even more first now with bigger margins. It's an incredible credit card. IHG is a no-brainer credit card. Jump for it. Don't lose that opportunity. It's incredible. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, ciao.